What's up, my Central Unit? It's the Central Man here. So this is my predictions for NXT Takeover War Games 2020, the final Takeover pay-per-view of the year for NXT. 5 matches on the show. I like NXT for years now. You know, since they're doing these takeover shows, you know, the way they formatting their pay-per-views, you know, doing 5 matches in one card. It's way better than WWE's main roster pay-per-view of today, you know, cramming a lot of matches in one show, including WrestleMania, you know, cramming like 13, 14 matches of one show. I know they put like 2, 3, 4 matches on the pre-show. It gets really ridiculous with the takeover shows, and sometimes AEW's pay-per-views is a breath of fresh air. You know, it's not like dragged down and boring. You know, takeover shows are like 2 hours, and WWE's and also AEW's pay-per-views they are 3 hours. Anyway, so 5 matches on the show. Like I said, we're gonna start with the non-War Games matches first, and then the War Games matches second. So the first match I'm going to predict is the strap match between Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes. Dexter Lumis is the former Sam Shaw / Samuel Shaw from TNA / Impact Wrestling. Cameron Grimes is also Trevor Lee from TNA / Impact Wrestling. I don't know what this format of this strap match is. It going to be pinfall submission, or you know, typical strap match or chain match? You know, any gimmick with, you know, chains, straps, ropes, you know, touching all 4 corners around the ring. If they're going in that route, you know, touching all 4 corners of the ring, that could be the weakest match of the show, because I hate that format. You know, touching 4 corners around the ring. You know, every time like someone's gonna do like a body slam or clothesline, you have to start all over again. It gets super repetitive and dragged out. Anyway, so I'm not a big fan of Dexter Lumis, you know, aka Samuel Shaw, you know, doing the whole stalker gimmick. You know, the both gimmicks are still the same. You know, I hate that, because doing these type of stalker gimmicks, you know, in pro wrestling, it's just so tasteless and tacky. That's just me, but it's just like, come on now. Anyway, I'm going to go with Cameron Grimes getting the victory over Dexter Lumis. So moving on to the next match. The next match, we've got Tommaso Ciampa taking on Timothy Thatcher. This is Tommaso Ciampa's first takeover pay-per-view match since the summer, since takeover in your house against Karrion Kross. This is a tricky, folks. I like Timothy Thatcher. You know his gimmick. You know, he's doing the whole submission-based wrestler. You know, is it feuding with Matt Riddle? He feuded with Finn Balor. You know, he feuded with Matt Riddle. He fought in that cage match. You know, with Kurt Angle as the special guest referee. I kind of like his gimmick. You know, his teeth. Look at his teeth. He looks like he got beaten up. You know, he's missing the first portion of his teeth. It's just like, you know, he looks like a badass. I'm gonna go with Timothy Thatcher defeating Tommaso Ciampa, an established star, because Tommaso Ciampa is a former NXT champion. So yeah, Timothy Thatcher getting the victory over Tommaso Ciampa. So moving on to the final non-War Games match of the show, of this prediction video. We got a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. We got Leon Ruff defending the belt against 2 former North American champions, Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest. I don't know much about Leon Ruff. I don't watch a lot of NXT. I watch like clips on the WWE YouTube channel, but not like a full episode of NXT. And I'm gonna make a quick announcement right now. I will cover NXT in the new year. You know, anyway, so yeah, I don't know much about Leon Ruff. Johnny Gargano, who just you know, Damian Priest won the ladder match at, I think it was at Takeover 30 or 31, and then Johnny Gargano won the title. I think it was at Halloween Havoc. He won the North American Championship against Damian Priest. I don't know. I can see Leon Ruff winning the belt or retaining the belt. I don't want to see the North American Championship hot potatoing. I think like the actually not really hot potatoing because Damian Priest won the title in the summer. It took him he held the belt for about 2-3 months before he dropped in the title to Johnny Gargano. I think it was the Halloween Havoc episode of NXT. You know. Anyway, so yeah, Leon Ruff retaining the North American Championship against Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest. Moving on to the first War Games match of this prediction video, we've got Team Shotzi versus Team Candice. So represent Team Shotzi, we've got Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, and the NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai. And represent Team Candice, we've got Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Toni Storm. This is Ember Moon's first TakeOver pay-per-view appearance since 2018, before spending 2.5 years on the main roster. It's good to see Ember back on NXT. I think her run in the main roster is a living hell. She got really poorly used. Toni Storm, I know much about her, only a little bit. She's the first NXT UK Women's Champion. She feuded with Rhea Ripley in the UK brand, and now she's a heel. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Think I'm going to go with one team with potential. I'm gonna go with Team Shotzi, defeating Team Candice. Moving on to the second War Games match of this prediction video. This is the main event of this show. We got Undisputed Era versus Team Pat. Represent the Undisputed Era, we got Adam Cole, Bay Bear, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Represent Team Pat, we got Pat McAfee, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, and the NXT Tag Team Champions Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Danny Burch is Martin Stone in the British wrestling scene. Adam Cole and Pat McAfee have been feuding since the summer when Cole showed up on McAfee's podcast. Pat McAfee was basically belittling Adam Cole. It set up a match at TakeOver 30, and that was the best match of the show, between Adam Cole and McAfee. McAfee's a good worker, McAfee is a former American football player. I think he had some wrestling training before the feud with Adam Cole. Anyway, Pete Dunne's a heel now. I like Pete Dunne as a heel. He's better off as a heel than a babyface, because I think he was a babyface for 2 years. Yeah, he was in a tag team with Matt Riddle, and after Matt Riddle got called up to the main roster, they did the switch to turn him as a heel. I think he's better off as a heel than a babyface, Pete Dunne. Going back to in 2017, he competed in the UK Championship tournament, attacking one of the competitors, that really pissed off William Regal. I don't think we're going to see. I want to see one of these days Pete Dunne versus William Regal, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I think at this point Regal haven't wrestled since I think 2013. I think his last match was against Cesaro on a normal episode of NXT. Anyway, so I could see the Undisputed Era winning this match, but let's be honest, I don't think they're going to win this match. Because they lost 2 previous War Games match at the 2 previous TakeOver War Games at 2018 and the previous year. The last time they won a War Games match was at the very first TakeOver War Games in 2017 against Sanity. Boy, this could be the Undisputed Era's last pay-per-view appearance together. I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to get called up to the main roster? Are they going to be disbanded? I don't know. I could see them going up to the main roster. It's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. It's like, on one hand, it's a good thing. The one feud I want to see Undisputed Era feuding was the Hurt Business. But at the same time, I could see them getting buried. Getting, poorly booked, but like jobbers, but like losers. Look at Sanity. They got called up in 2018. And they don't know what they do with them. They end up losing, and you never see Sanity ever again. They end up probably on a episode of Main Event or Superstars. Anyway, so I can see Undisputed Era, one go out, blaze of glory, one more match as a team. But for me personally, I'm gonna go with. I don't see this team with Team Pat with a team with Pete Dunne and the tag team champions of Lorcan and Birch. I don't know. I don't know, folks. So I'm gonna pick a guess. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era, man. If it's their final pay-per-view match as a team, so be it. So. Anyway, so hope you enjoy my predictions for NXT Takeover War Games 2020. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. The review of Takeover War Games 2020 will be this Monday, so stay tuned. This is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.